Is going on YouTube? My name is Lucas. Today I'm going to talk to you about a Chinese based coffee company that I really am enjoying and investing in. The problem with that is they're going through some struggles, they're having some issues, and we really don't know the direction of this stock. If you're interested, stay tuned right after this. I'm sure many of you guessed exactly what stock I'm talking about, and that's going to be Luckin Coffee. This stock has just really gone through so much stuff in the last couple months, and I mean, it's just all been negative. Obviously, this company had some fraudulent activity when it came to doctoring some books, and really the CEO and the COO have since then been terminated, and it really has impacted the company. One thing we must understand, even though this company has been talked about from being delisted from, the stock market, is that they still have the brick and mortars. They're still serving coffee every day. They're still getting people to come into their stores. And this is still a business that is ongoing, even though, we have all this behind the scenes actions going on. I still think that this is a company we should pay attention to. I'm going to tell you why here in a little bit. Some reasons why I still feel this company can be successful. Number one is going to be to the fact that they have outpaced the amount of stores that they have in China. They are well past how many Starbucks versus Luckin coffees there are. So Luckin clearly has the head front or the steam when it comes to being in China. On top of that, it is a China-based company. So if the coffee is great, obviously I've never had it, if the coffee is good, the Chinese people may choose their product versus an American product because it's just their homegrown thing. I mean, that makes sense to me. On top of that, they also have, incorporated an app. The app allows people to obviously get discounts. It allows them to, make purchases, make orders. There's all kinds of things that this app does for the customers. So that allows people to get ahead. And on another thing, we have to understand, why do we go to coffee shops here in the United States? Obviously, many of us go for the drinks. A lot of people go to meet up with other people, to socialize, to have that interaction. Some of us go to do work. People use Wi-Fi at, coffee shops. That's what you see a lot of at Starbucks. People are always doing business, or they go there just to focus. They slap on some headphones, they turn on some music, and maybe they start typing a paper that they have that's due on Friday. Or maybe they have some form of homework that they got to accomplish, and they just want to go to a coffee shop and get that done. There's a lot of reasons why I still feel Luckin Coffee can be successful. They have to get past, obviously the fraudulent activity. They have to be able to report some quarterly earnings. We haven't seen any of the earnings yet. We don't really know too much of the statistics that come from, all the fraudulent activity. But once all that starts to, wave over and we get past that, if this company can stay trading on the stock market, I think we're going to start to see it return back to some normal numbers. Obviously, the biggest thing is that there's a lot of people that were invested in this thing at higher numbers. So every time it starts to climb, those people may try to get out every time. So this stock may take a little bit of time to really get to a certain point. But I do think that it is a stock worth getting into, and really a stock worth following if it can continue to trade on the stock market. So I actually did a video that involved Luckin Coffee, as you can see right here. And the cool thing about it is that it was my watch list for the month of June. And what's ironic is I did that video, and 2 days later, I went ahead and invested into Luckin Coffee. I felt like it was a great opportunity. I looked at my charts, I looked at my 52-week highs, I looked at my 52-week lows, I really studied the RSI line, and I got in. The cool thing about that is the day that I got in at $2.55. I bought 190 shares, and by the end of that day, into the next day, it had that monster run where it got to about the $6 mark. I think it creeped over $6, but then since then it's come back. In my opinion, this is something that I'm going to hold for a little bit. I really want to see what can happen. Getting in at the $2.55 mark, I think that's a reasonable price point. I'm not going to get rid of it anytime soon, just based on that, unless it really starts to spike. And then what my plan would be to sell it and then get back in. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to break down this chart. First of all, I'm going to break down the 6-month chart. And the reason I'm going to do that is because I want you guys to see when this thing really just took a nosedive. Someone got on the diving board, hit the old springboard, shot up and then down into the water and, into the 13 feet depths of the pool. It definitely crashed down. And as you can see on this chart over here, it was not good for this company. So as you can see, this is a 6-month chart. This chart was actually in my watch list video, and it just up, down, and flat. And it's almost like an EKG. That thing was regulating, and then it flatlined. So now I'm going to go into the 1 month. And as you guys can see, around May 20th, it was about $2.50. It fell down, went down pretty good, came back up, and right around June 3rd, and that's actually right when I got into this thing. You can see it went from about the $2.50 mark and shot up, and then had a little bit of a recession back, and then it shot back up. That's where it went up to about the $6 plus mark. As you guys can see, it's obviously not going to track that because its 52-week high at one point was at $51.38. Its 52-week low is $1.33. And this volume is pretty consistent. It's consistently having around 14, 15, what seems like as of late. It's showing on here that the average volume is 37.67 million, but I would say as of late you've seen about 14 to anywhere to 20 million. Today it opened at $3.96. It got as high as $4.04, and its low was $3.75. It closed at $3.88, and after hours it went down 1.29%, and it's sitting at $3.83. So where I envision this stock going, obviously there's some calls that are going to be coming in, and I think that's definitely going to have an impact. Like I said, guys, I'm going to hold this thing for a little bit. I want to see what it's capable of doing. If it can get back to the $6 mark, maybe a little more, I might actually sell, all 200 shares that I have now, or I might sell half. I just haven't really decided, and then see where it goes from there. I don't really want to get too much out of it because I do think that, like I said, guys, this thing has some capabilities. I still think the business is going to be there. They just got to get things in order. I would really say just monitor this stock. I got lucky. I bought 190 shares, like I said, at $2.55. I've capped it off by purchasing 10 more today, which raised my average just a little bit, but I've completed now 200 shares. I think this stock, guys, really has some capabilities. I really do. And obviously it's all going to be based on whether it can stay listed on the stock market or not. That's just the biggest thing. I do think their books are going to get figured out. I think this is a company that can definitely give some competition to the old Starbucks. So you guys know how I do it. If you like this video, smash that like button. It helps out tremendously. And if you enjoy the content, because I'm going to keep the content flowing, subscribe to my channel. And as always, have a good day.